students. Myself Prachi Verenikar, Assistant Professor, Government College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Saklim, Goa. Today's topic is life cycle of Spirogyra. In this topic, we are going to study about different types of reproduction in Spirogyra, that is vegetative, asexual and sexual. We are also going to study about germination of zygospore. At the end of the module, you will be able to understand the vegetative, asexual and sexual reproduction in Spirogyra. You will be able to describe the formation of zygospore, and you will be also able to explain the germination of zygospore. Life cycle of Spirogyra is haploidic, where the gametophytic phase is represented by vegetative filament and sporophytic phase is represented by diploid zygospore. There are three types of reproduction observed in Spirogyra, which includes vegetative reproduction, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. The first one is vegetative reproduction. During growing season, the filaments of Spirogyra undergoes vegetative reproduction by means of fragmentation, where many fragments of Spirogyra are formed from a single filament. These fragments have the ability to give rise to a new individual filament of Spirogyra. The causes of fragmentation includes mechanical injury, which is basically caused by biting up of the filament of Spirogyra by aquatic organisms. The second is due to the change in temperature and pH of the environment, the middle lamella of the cells of Spirogyra becomes gelatinous and ultimately dissolves, giving rise to the fragments of Spirogyra. The next is asexual reproduction. This is very rare in occurrence and is observed in very few species of Spirogyra. This is further divided into three more types, that is formation of aplanospores, formation of akinets and formation of azygospore or parthenospores. The first one is formation of aplanospores. In unfavorable conditions, the protoplast shrinks and develops a wall around it to form aplanospores. It is non-motile, round and ovoid body. Next is formation of akinets. In unfavorable conditions, the protoplasm does not shrink but forms cell thickenings. These are the akinets. These cell thickenings help the akinets to survive in unfavorable conditions. The next is formation of azygospore. Sometimes gametes fails to fuse and each gets enclosed by thick cell wall to become azygospore or parthenospore. At the end of all three types of asexual reproduction, the spores are formed. These spores have the ability to germinate into a new filament of Spirogyra. The next is sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction occurs by means of conjugation. Conjugation is a process of fusion of two gametes of opposite strains. It is male and female. One filament which donates the gamete is usually designated as the male filament. The cells of this filament is called as male gametangia, and the content inside which bears male gamete, which is motile. The other filament which accepts the gamete is designated as the female filament, and the cells of this filament are called as female gametangia bearing female gamete, which is non-motile. Sexual reproduction is usually of two types, that is calariform conjugation and lateral conjugation. Lateral conjugation is further divided into two types, that is indirect lateral conjugation and direct lateral conjugation. The first one is calariform conjugation. In Greek, scala means ladder and forma means shape. At the end of this calariform conjugation, the two filaments of Spirogyra forms a ladder shaped structure. In this type of conjugation, two filaments of opposite strains come close to each other. Scalariform conjugation is basically observed in heterothallic species of Spirogyra, where two filaments of opposite strains come close to each other and they lie in a parallel plane in the same mucilaginous sheath. The cell wall of these two filaments develop the protuberances. At the point of contact of these protuberances, the cell wall dissolves and a tube is formed. This tube is called as conjugation tube. The protoplasm inside the cell shrinks and are developed into the gametes. The male gametangia will have the male gamete and the female gametangia will have the female gamete. The male gamete passes through the conjugation tube into the female gametangia and fuses with the female gamete to form the zygospore. The next is lateral conjugation. It is observed in homothallic species of Spirogyra. It is very rare in occurrence. The two adjacent cells of the same filament participate in this type of conjugation. The first one out of this is indirect lateral conjugation, wherein the two adjacent cells of the same filament participate in conjugation. Here, the cell wall of both the sides of the septum develop the protuberances. At the point of the protuberances, the cell wall dissolves and a tube is formed which is called as the conjugation tube. The protoplasm shrinks and the gametes are formed. The male gamete will be present in the male gametangia and the female gamete is present in the female gametangia. The male gamete moves through the conjugation tube into the female gametangia and fuses with the female gamete to form the zygospore. The next is direct lateral conjugation. Here also two adjacent cells of the same filament participate in conjugation. The protoplasm shrinks to form the gametes, wherein the male gamete is present in male gametangia and the female gamete is present in female gametangia. The male gamete usually develops a pointed structure which is used to create a pore onto the septum. This pore is usually called as the conjugation pore. The male gamete from the male gametangia enters into the female gametangia through the conjugation pore and fuses with the female gamete to form the zygospore. At the end of all the three types of sexual reproduction, the zygospore is developed into the female gametangia, leaving the male gametangia empty. The next is germination of zygospore. Zygospore is usually the only cell in the life cycle of Spirogyra which is diploid. Because of the decay of the female gametangia, the liberation of the zygospore takes place. The zygospore remains dormant into the environment in unfavorable conditions. The zygospore is usually three-layered, consisting of the outer layer called as exosporium, middle is called as mesosporium and inner is called as endosporium. The zygospore is usually red in color because of the disintegration of the chloroplast and accumulations of the oil. Germination of zygospore usually takes place in favorable conditions where the diploid nucleus undergoes meiosis to form 4 haploid nuclei. Out of this 4 haploid nuclei, 3 degenerates and 1 remains functional. This functional nucleus will further germinate to form the germ tube, which is then formed into a new filament of Spirogyra. This is the life cycle of Spirogyra, wherein all 3 types of reproductions are involved. These are the references which I have used. Thank you.